show, just so you know.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Kaepernick. Dancing to his left. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Check 26, check 26. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And the snap comes at 1. Now Kaepernick.
And this will be swung out for Lindsey.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. To throw, Kaepernick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Kaepernick, they're going for it on 4th. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Again, he finds more. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his comp.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Kaepernick now on first down. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Kaepernick going to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And that is incomplete.
So this game of art, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Will Fuller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, right down the middle.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Rodgers now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Rodgers now on first down. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride.
And just shedding him off there.
And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
These two teams all tied after one.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Play action. Now Kaepernick escaping the pressure right. The hookup on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Brycen Hopkins.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Matthew Ioannidis in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20, ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Kaepernick to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
So this, CD, it's obviously such a big game. We'll continue to talk about its importance as we go on, but I thought it was interesting. This head coach in his weekly media availability was asked who he would lean on in a game like this, and he said this is where you need your stars to shine their brightest.
And ordinarily, you would just tell them in a locker room setting, wouldn't you, in a meeting room setting? But he used the biggest stage he had, this media availability, and sounded the horn to his team. Told his stars, we don't want you to be solid in this game. We need you to be extraordinary. And sometimes that creates more pressure. But he also believes if you're going to be a star in this league, you need to perform well in games like this and guide your team.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Here's third and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And got his man complete. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Elijah Mitchell with touchdown number 12 on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Rodgers now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Rodgers throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Rodgers to throw once more. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
From the 29, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Lindsey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Elijah Mitchell with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Sam Schloman for the PAT.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 27, Rodgers. Throw caught by Raymond. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And this a 39-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Escaping the pressure right. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Kaepernick again. He's going to look deep for more. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Rondale Moore with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And certainly starting to appear that they might finally be about to suffer that first loss of the season. What a heck of a run through 3 months, though, but they trail big here.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. On 3rd down, Akers. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense up the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. Being chased out left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it.
Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. In his own end zone, it's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Out for the PAT. Here's Sloman.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
To throw is Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Here's Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And that one falls incomplete. And they're left now with just 2 seconds here in the 1st half.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it down.